I cannot stress how important it is to understand your body, but especially this process, because I really believe it affects all women. Nobody is exempt. And that is the pregnenolone steal. You might hear it referred to as the progesterone steal or the cortisol steal. I like the latter two because it helps women understand, oh, my progesterone is being stolen or my cortisol is doing some stealing. So progesterone is mostly made in the ovaries. A small amount is produced in the adrenal glands where it can be converted into other hormones like cortisol. Your adrenal glands have a crucial job, and that is to respond to your perceived stress by producing cortisol and adrenaline, which in times of danger can help you focus and activate that fight or flight system. Progesterone is made from pregnenolone, the main pre-hormone or biochemical precursor from which all hormones are made. It's not surprising to learn that there's a link between progesterone and cortisol, which we have learned a lot about already. But just as pregnenolone is the precursor or pre-hormone of progesterone, progesterone is the precursor of cortisol. So it's just another step in that kind of delicate hormonal balancing act that your body has to try and perform. And this is where we get the idea of progesterone steal. So cortisol from your adrenals is our main stress hormone, followed closely by adrenaline. Your body will make cortisol no matter what. When you're chronically stressed, which many people are, your body uses cortisol faster than it can make it. So what do? Where do you get this extra cortisol that you need? Well, you take it from cortisol's pre-hormone or precursor, so you steal it from pregnenolone and progesterone. Hence the term pregnenolone or progesterone steal. So if you have a lifestyle that keeps you in fight or flight or high stress most of the time, your body is going to steal from your supply of progesterone by stealing the pregnenolone so that it can make more cortisol. So instead of your pregnenolone going to the right, say to make progesterone and the other sex hormones, it gets stolen to the left down the stress pathway to make more cortisol. And of course, if that wasn't bad enough, when chronic stress causes cortisol levels to rise, the cortisol also blocks progesterone receptors. We have progesterone receptors all over the body, influencing all different aspects of how we feel and our health. So progesterone and cortisol compete for the progesterone receptors. If progesterone can't bind with a receptor because cortisol is in its place, you will feel low in progesterone, even if your serum levels are normal. So if your blood test shows your progesterone levels are normal, you can still be experiencing low progesterone because the progesterone cannot bind to the receptor sites. Cortisol has got there first and now is taking up that space. So progesterone cannot get inside of your cell's nucleus. So your mood gets worse, your sleep gets worse, particularly before your period. Your stress resilience drops. You feel anxious and you can't calm yourself down. And since progesterone is also a diuretic, you notice fluid retention and even breast soreness. So clearly, stress management and stress relief is essential for more than regulating our cortisol levels. But stress management is important for every aspect of being a healthy woman and in your optimal physical and hormonal state.